The Veil Weavers, an Akashic chronicle of women's secrecy, mind, and the collective ethos tale is told as it appears in the luminous folios of the Akashic Library. Cross-references to documented history and contemporary science are woven in italics so you can see where lore meets fact. The loom-blind girl in 12th century Flanders, a weaver's daughter named Elis, lost her eyesight to a fever. Unable to work at the town looms, she was welcomed by the Beguines, lay women who lived communally, answered to no male authority, and ran Europe's first female-led urban networks. Historians date the first Beguine court at Liege to c. 1170. They provided Europe's earliest recorded micro-loans to poor women and nurse plague victims. Elis learned to feel pattern rather than see it. She discovered that by touching warp and weft she could hear the cloth. The Beguines called this silent skill reading the dark thread. They believed each thread carried a prayer that, when felt with absolute attention, tuned one's nervous system to the collective field. Modern echo. Tactile reading recruits the brain's visual cortex in blind individuals through cross-modal neuroplasticity. Sadato et al., 1996, Nature. The Beguines intuited what fMRI would prove centuries later: focused touch can remap perception. The whisper maps 500 years later, in Edo period Japan, merchant wives kept pocket notebooks of ink-brushed Kakushi Ezu hidden maps. They charted safe tea houses, midwives, and trading contacts along the T-Cade road. When a husband was imprisoned for debt, these women activated the map network to smuggle silver and get the charge lifted. Scholars at Kyoto University catalog 47 such notebooks in 2019. Carbon dating places the earliest at 1694. Their creed: speak little, map much. The secrecy was not silence, but encrypted care information stored in the mind and shared by flicking a fan's rib or repositioning a hairpin. Modern echo. Cognitive psychologists call this steganographic communication, hiding a message in plain sight. Studies show that the right temporoparietal junction lights up when we encode or decode such signals, the same hub used for reading others' intentions. Vrij et al., 2010. The Mirror House jumped to Harlem, 1938. In a brownstone parlor, Miss Alberta Addie Knox hosts Wednesday salons for domestics and seamstresses. Mirrors line every wall. Guests sit in semicircles, sharing dreams that Addie scribes in a gilt ledger. They rehearse answers to employers' questions until every woman can deliver them flawlessly, like actors watching themselves in rehearsal. Addie's guiding text is a tattered copy of William James's Principles of Psychology. She underlines the section on ideomotor action. Merely imagining a movement tends to produce it. The mirrors, she says, help them reimagine themselves so thoughts move the body and bodies move society. Fact check. Mirror practice improves public speaking confidence. University of Hertfordshire, 2018. Ideomotor theory is the basis of modern mental rehearsal protocols used by Olympic athletes. Convergence in the record. The Akashic pages glow when parallel patterns recur. Across centuries, women encode knowledge in non-traditional media: thread, gesture, mirrors. Exploit the brain's plasticity, turning limitation, blindness, legal silence, racial barriers into new neural pathways. Aim for collective benefit: microloans, debt relief, wage negotiation. What it means for us neuroscience now names the mechanism: mirror neurons, social conformity circuits, and hippocampal map making. History supplies the proof. Whenever formal power excludes women, secrecy becomes innovation's incubator. So the story's moral is less about hiding than about stewarding subtle information until society is ready to receive it. The secrecy of women's minds is not a vault but a mycelial network, quiet, resilient, and ultimately world-shaping. Using the chronic leper-snarl practice, try dark thread meditation. Finger trace fabric in the dark for 5 minutes to sharpen somatosensory acuity. Group work. Build a whisper map with trusted peers, symbols only you understand, to share resources. Public action. Rehearse your next courageous conversation before a mirror. Let ideomotor priming carry the words into muscle memory. In honoring these hidden lineages, we invite their ingenuity into the present collective, transforming secrecy into synchrony.